Hey y'all, welcome back to another video here on Rich Aesthetic. I'm Rich, and let's take a look at what I think are the best 5 most fun features coming to iOS, iPadOS, and macOS this year. Now, what I mean by fun is kind of something that changes the look and feel or UI of the system, as well as gives you maybe something new and fun to do. Alright, so let's jump into this. Now, I'm going to start with stickers. Although stickers are not new to iOS, if you didn't know, you can already, right now in iOS16, tap and hold on a sticker and put it anywhere in your iMessage thread. That's not new. But what is new is where stickers are. So any iMessage app that is identified as a stickers app now shows up when you click on the stickers button in the new iMessage app UI. And then it'll kind of give you what looks like the old iMessage app UI where you can scroll through your different sticker packs. Now the cool thing is there are built-in native stickers. Now that is new, where you can take a sticker from your Photos app or in the iMessage app itself, find a photo and turn it into a sticker. And that's super fun. And it's kind of cool because you get like 5 different options, like a white outline, so it makes it look like you're, a sticker that you're sticking on a piece of paper, for example. Then there's this like sparkly glow one, which is kind of cool. Looks a little bit weird in my opinion, but maybe you guys have better photos that look better with that option. Then you also have the comic effect, and then this effect called puffy, which again, maybe you guys have better photos for that than what I do. Now, the nice thing is that whenever you create a sticker, it is of course synced on iCloud, so you have it available on your Mac as well as your iPad and your Apple Watch, anywhere. But the cool thing is this new recents drawer in the stickers section, where whenever you use a sticker from any sticker pack, it shows up in that recently used area, including emojis if you use them as a sticker, which it'll only be considered a sticker if you tap and hold and then drag it into your iMessage conversation. Now, why is this cool? Well, if you didn't pay attention, iMessage apps are not available on macOS. So, by now having this iCloud synced stickers section of iMessage, any sticker that you've used that shows up in recents is now also available on macOS. So there's my favorite sticker pack called Very Necessary Emojis. It has like the chef's kiss emoji, a devil heart kissing emoji, and a lot of others, some promiscuous ones. Those are all now available on macOS as long as you've recently used them on your iOS, iPadOS, or watchOS devices. So that's super cool. All right, so number 2, standby mode. Now this one you've definitely seen somewhere, but whenever you put your phone into landscape like orientation while it's charging, if it's sitting still for like a second, it'll go show you this new UI called standby. Now standby has 3 different views. You've got this widget view, then you have these different photo views, and then you have these different clock views. Now the cool thing is you can customize them, like super customizable. Here in this last one, the clock view, you can change the different colors of the clock. Then in the photos one, you've got 4 different default categories such as people, nature, cities. But then you can customize that to just show you a specific album, which is pretty tight. Then, going back to this first one here, widgets, this is probably the most customizable one because you can, well, as it says, you can put 2 different widgets on the screen. Would be cool if at some point you could have like I guess it would be like a quarter-sized widget on this view, so then you could have like 3 or 4 different widgets displayed, but currently it's just 2 half of the screen size widgets that are available. Right now I've just got it showing my to-do list and stocks and different things in a smart list. Smart widget stack, sorry, not smart list, but smart widget stack. And then on the other side, I have the clock showing at all times. Now in standby view, if you have a live activity, it'll show as a little bubble in the top middle of your screen, But if you, of course, tap on that, it'll expand that live widget, that live activity to be as a live activity is on the normal lock screen, showing you constantly updating status for your food order or your Uber car arriving and things like that, which is pretty tight. Now, something that not a lot of YouTubers like 9to5Mac and whatnot have caught on to is that the standby view that you are in is tied to the MagSafe charging puck you have your phone on. That's pretty tight. So you could have, for example, a more information-dense standby view with the widgets at your office desk, but maybe in the living room or kitchen, you've got it on one of the photos widgets, and then in your bedroom, you've got it on the clock widget. Pretty tight, pretty freaking sick if you ask me. All right, number 3, contact posters. Now this is really cool because it changes the look and feel on a couple different things. One being contact cards in the Contacts app. Then it also makes this super sick business card destroying feature called Name Drop. Super awesome. Of course, this is only a business card destroying feature if the world was perfect and everybody had an iPhone, but no, people want choices. Fair point. So it's probably not going to be used by most people in the world, unfortunately, including myself, because I live in China and people do everything on WeChat, but whatever, I digress. Then the third place is call ID, like the call user interface. So whenever you call someone or someone calls you, you get the nice contact poster of the person that it is that you're calling. And it looks super nice. You can set your own for the people, or you can of course have theirs, kind of like a social profile, be the one that your phone is set to if they are sharing it with you and your closer contacts. So that's super cool, and I'm excited to see what my friends and family create for their contact posters and how my phone will kind of have new life as different people FaceTime me and whatnot. So it should be super sick. Now, number 4. Now, I was trying to find a way to justify this being in this video because it's not really changing the look and feel of a lot of things. It's just that widgets now can have buttons in them that are actually going to change status without opening up the widget. And at face value, it's more one of those useful features, which it will probably pop up in my video on what I think the most useful features are. But it does have me thinking, are we gonna have maybe widget mini games? Now this is pure speculation, and it's not technically an operating system feature. It's just speculation on what developers like Christian Seilig might do with their app called Pixel Pals. Currently, you have your little pal sitting there on the home screen, and that's fine, dandy and all, but when you tap on it because you need to feed it or you want to play with it, it actually opens up the app. And the app isn't really made to play a game. You're just giving it a ball or throwing it some steak or whatever it is that you're feeding your pet, right? I feel like if he was able to add 2 little buttons to the widget and then be able to have the widget update showing the ball there wouldn't be as much animation as what you could do in an app, but it might work. So I'm excited to see what developers can do, and I think it'll unlock some creative kind of mini games that you could play in widgets. So kind of excited for that. But again, speculation, and if it doesn't happen, then bad take. But that leads me to my last one, number 5. Now this one technically might not technically twice? Well, 3 or 4 times now? Anyways, be an operating system feature, but it's enabled through iOS17 and it is tied to Apple, and you're not going to have access to this until you update to iOS17, and that is the Apple Journal app. Now this will not be coming with the release, and probably not, and we're probably not going to be able to test it before iOS 17 goes truly public, but I think thousands, maybe tens of thousands new people, just dropped the iPad almost, are going to start journaling, myself included. Now, journaling is something that I've tried, not with any app because I knew that I probably wouldn't continue on with the habit, but it's something that I've tried in like Apple's Notes app as well as the Pages app. And here's the thing. to go out and get the things you want to journal about, whether it's a photo or a link to something, your workout that you did, whatever it is. That's a lot of friction, right? You got to go into the Pages document. Let's go with the Pages document, right? And then hit on Insert, then Photo or Media, and then go find that photo. Now, if you're smart, maybe you've kind of kept an album with like current things or things you want to journal about and started adding photos in automatically so you could more easily find those photos later. And I'm just going with photos right now, but you could do this with a note to congregate links and things like that. But I don't know, that's a lot of work. Like, that means you're really invested in journaling, right? You're constantly putting the information you're going to, share more thoughts on later. You're constantly updating someplace with that information. And I already do that with other stuff like, video ideas for YouTube, as well as my finances here in China. You just, QR codes be everywhere, and you be paying everywhere for, water or a fruit here, a little ice cream here, a little snack there, and the money just goes flying out. And I have a shortcut that I run constantly. So I'm already doing this a lot. I'm on my phone a lot throughout the day. I didn't want to start doing the whole journaling thing this way. That would have taken too much time. It's too much friction. I'd rather have a place or a dedicated time once or twice a day and just have everything kind of spoon-fed to me. Because yes, I am kind of lazy, but we have smart devices which they're only smart because they're computers. They're not actually enabling us to be to do less work. We have like more busy work now, even though we have a computer that can do so many things, just because things are still not incredibly intuitive to do. Now, I'm not talking about everything, but like these like very niche things like journaling, video editing still, right? There's not a lot of smart applications out there yet, but they're coming. And this journal app is gonna be super cool because you'll open it and then it'll be a, hey, like, you did a lot of things today. You did a workout, looks like you went for a walk, and on that walk you took a couple photos, you were also listening to this music. Is any of this stuff something you want to journal about? So then you can select the the photos and the music links that you want to journal about, like the workout too, of course, throw it into the journal, and then start writing about it. Super simple, it gives you a nice UI, nice look and feel. The cool thing is there's an API that will enable this gathering of information in a private way and provide that to third-party developers. So, the FCC and other, is it the FCC? Yeah, I think so, right? These antitrust body organizations can just turn the other eye because Apple's not doing anything anti-competitive here. In fact, actually, they're doing something incredibly competitive, right? And this is going to be super cool. And the use case that I see myself journaling for, one, I do want to journal, not every day, but specifically for my like fitness journey, because honestly, it is a very bipolar wave for me. With 2 hours of travel time that I have now to and from work, so total, sorry, not 2 hours there and back, just an hour there and back, but 2 hours for the day. You at work all day, right? And I don't know, just like with the anxiety that I feel living here in Shanghai, so many people, and then you go to the gym and so many people, and like you're always the one who's different. It's a lot. So I think having a journal to kind of talk about with myself, thoughts and feelings on how the workout went, how I felt while I was out at the gym and whatnot, I think that'll be something that's kind of cool and helps me, emotionally. So I'm very much looking forward to that. A new app from Apple is always fun. So, all right. Hopefully you got something out of this video. I tried to make it less about the feature and more about my thoughts on how you can use the feature, just because like obviously a lot of YouTubers have covered some of these features, if not all of them. But I hope you learned something new and got something out of it. If you did like the video, consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a lot. And then leave a comment down below letting me know what you're looking most forward to this fall. Until the next one, this has been Rich on Rich Aesthetic. Peace out.